Hello, my name's Chloe and welcome to my podcast explaining the use of sound within moving image products. In this podcast I will be discussing the theory of sound, how sound communicates meaning, and types of sound used in music and TV. The first topic we will discuss is the theory of sound. For this, we need to go back to the basics, meaning there is a lot of GCSE physics involved. Sound travels in longitudinal waves, which are produced by vibrating sources like speakers, and they can travel through solid, liquid, and gas. Sound waves are like a spring. If you hit one end, it will continue until it reaches the end of the spring. As humans, we can only hear sound frequencies between 20 Hz and 20 kHz. Any sound frequencies above 20 kHz are known as ultrasound. To record something, you need a microphone. There are three important types of microphones: dynamic, condenser, also known as a capacitor, and finally ribbon. A dynamic microphone comes in different models: Shure SM57, Shure SM58, AKG D112, Scheisner 421, but are relatively cheap. Dynamic microphones are tough and beneficial. Plus, they can tolerate high sound pressure levels. A condenser/capacitor is more sensitive than dynamic microphone and range from cheap to very expensive. These are often used to record dialogue, but can be damaged by loud sounds. They are also good at picking up frequencies higher than 15 kHz. The last microphone is called a ribbon. These are the most expensive and can be easily damaged by loud sounds, therefore are very sensitive. Nevertheless, they were originally used by radio presenters, as they are great for recording singing and spoken words. When you record any audio, you use polar patterns. The polar patterns are the sensitivity to sound relative to the direction or angle from which the sound arrives. When we want to record anything, we obviously need some equipment to record with. Normally you would use an audio recorder. This is to capture your audio so then you have it when you start editing. These recorders tend to have a mic built in and comes with a wind protector which looks like a sponge. Then you have an option to use a mic you can attach to the audio recorder. This means if you're trying to pick up sound from behind the camera, you can use a microphone to get closer to the person on screen. Secondly, we are going to talk about the types of sound used in TV and film. Now, as we know, most TV shows and films have dialogue. However, sometimes the audio crew will ask the cast to re-record some lines that may have been too quiet to be picked up by the mic the first time. These could be lines that are whispered or behind loud background noises. This will help the editors during the editing process of the production. In TV and film, there is normally some background music. Different background music are used for different scenes. Music is key in a film/TV show because it will not only help build an atmosphere, but it makes it more interesting. One last type of sound used in TV and film is sound effects. A lot of people think that films will just find some on the internet and use that in the film/TV show. But in fact, they will use something called Foley. This is where they recreate objects they find around or buy from a shop. For example, to recreate the sound of crushing bones during a fight scene, you just need some pasta shells, and you can either cheddar them or you can bite them. Either way, you can recreate bones breaking quite easily. To recreate the sound of someone vomiting, you need a bowl of cornflakes and milk. Let the cornflakes get soggy, then you pour the mixture into another bowl. This will create the sound of someone vomiting. The last topic we will be discussing is how sound communicates meaning. In a lot of films, they will have a soundtrack, which is a selection of songs that can be used within the film. Most of these songs you will be able to recognise from different scenes because of the melody and the beat. For example, in The Fault in Our Stars, they use sad music to emphasise the scene. and how the characters are feeling. This also helps create an atmosphere for the audience throughout the scene. Another thing is that the beat is very slow. Therefore, if we heard it without the picture, we would know it's from a sad scene. Another example of music used in film is from Friends. This sends out a happy message to the audience as it has music to emphasize the happiness of the scene. Again, you would know this because of the beat of the music. It's upbeat, therefore a happy song. Sound is also used to indicate something's about to happen. One example of music indicating something will happen in film is the George theme tune. This creates tension with the audience at key moments throughout the film and builds up to jump scares. Music and sound effects can also alter the characters and their surroundings. For example, if you watch the Dark Knight Rises fight scene without sound, you will find that it doesn't have a lot of pace and the punches look fake. When you add sound, you will think that the fight has a fast pace and the punches look real. You would also have more tension when you watch the clip with sound, due to the music and the waterfall in the background.